When I was first thinking about moving, one of my big plans was how I wanted to structure my life once I got back into my own apartment. And I've done this tons of times over the years. I don't know if you guys have done that, where I make a list about how I'm going to change my whole life. You know, I'm going to eat this healthy way, I'm going to exercise this way, I'm going to do this many things towards this goal every day, you know, and I've done that a lot over the years. And I never succeed in all of it. So I think I set myself up for failure by just wanting to be able to fix every area of my life at once or achieve every goal at once. Even if I break them down really small, it's still a lot to try to completely turn your whole life around. So I think obviously I could not get going with some of the things I wanted to get going with when I moved because I went right into ECT and then this whole mess. And I'm not fully out of the mess. I am still dealing with the dissociative issue, although I am getting better each day. I'm not taking as much Klonopin as the psychiatrist wants me to, and that, ironically, is because I'm an anxious person. I'm afraid to take too much of it because I'm a caregiver, and I need to be able to hop in my car and get to this person that I'm a caregiver for at a moment's notice. So I'm a little nervous about being a little wonky on Klonopin 24 hours a day. But I am taking it at least once a day, and it is helping. So another way for me to kind of mentally move past what had happened with the ECT, I think, is to start trying to start working on some of those things I did want to work on when I moved here. So I'm going to just start with one thing instead of this whole list that I had made of all these things I wanted to be doing each day. I'm going to start with one thing, and I'm going to focus on that one thing for a while, just making that a habit. And that is yoga. I used to do yoga. I've done yoga off and on at various times in my life. But it's something that I want to make part of my daily life because there's nothing about it that's a negative. It can help with me, feeling mentally better. It can help with me feeling physically better. It's good for my body. And it keeps me, as I get older, more mobile. And as I said, I am a caregiver, and watching what happens in terms of balance as we age and how quickly that changes has made me kind of hyper aware of the fact that I should start now really building up that strength and making sure that I'm mobile and balanced and strong going into my older years. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. And I'm going to keep, taking the Klonopin, working on getting back to where I was before all this happened. ECT for me, I will say, it was like a trauma happening that I didn't know was happening. My experience with it was fine. I would go and they'd get you ready for it, and I'd have it, and I'd leave and go home after, and I have no memory of anything horrible happening, yet when I talk about it, when I talk about ECT and I talk about my experience, I shake. I immediately feel scared and sad. I don't know why. I don't know why my brain interpreted it as a trauma, but it did. And I don't know. Maybe it was, just my own fears all these years of doing it, and why I didn't want to do it to begin with, because like I said, there was someone in my family history that had it done in the 70s, and I was always told, don't do it, it's this horrible thing. So maybe it was just so ingrained in me that it was this, awful thing that no matter what I did, that's how I was going to react to it. I don't know. I really don't have the answer for that, but that's how I reacted. And now I gotta try to get myself back so we can go back to zero and kind of start working on how we're going to work on my depression and anxiety in a different way. But one thing I can do for myself in the meantime is start doing yoga. So that's my plan for tomorrow. Might not sound very exciting, but that's what I want to do first thing. Even if it's just 15-20 minutes, I will be happy with that as a start. And I just wanted to encourage you to, if you're feeling stuck, depressed, anxious, whatever, is there something you can do that you could start tomorrow that you think could be helpful? Even if it's not going to fix your depression or whatever, is there something healthy or positive you can do for yourself tomorrow? It doesn't have to take up a lot of time. It could take up 5 minutes. It could be doing some breathing. It could be writing in a journal, whatever. And I'm not going to sit here and say, like some people, that it's going to be this magic thing and it's going to fix everything, because I've had enough people over the years tell me all these things that are going to fix my depression that don't fix my depression. But there are things we can do and we can build into our lives, if we're being more honest with ourselves, we could really benefit from. So I'm going to focus on yoga. That's what my thing's going to be tomorrow and for the foreseeable future, before I decide to add in something else. And I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. So anyway, I challenge you to think of something that maybe you could add into your day. Something you could do even every day, that you think could be beneficial for you. So anyway, if you do, let me know what it is. I'm curious, because I'm sure there's plenty of things I haven't thought of, but I'd love to hear about what it is you think could be helpful for you.